All right, welcome everybody. Tuesday night matchup. Waconia Wildcats on the road against the Simley Spartans. Game here in IGH. 46 seconds on the clock. Buzzer is going to sound. Wildcats are already lined up on the goal line, waiting for the Spartans to finish a couple warm-up laps and do some player introductions, and we'll get underway. Wildcats' tough game last week, going into the Thanksgiving break against Hopkins, but a lot of good things in that game too. Going to be an overtime loss, but a tough game played by the Wildcats. And this is definitely one they can jump on an opponent here right away and get one in the win column.
Good evening, hockey fans, and welcome. It's back to girls Varsity matchup between the visiting Wildcats from Waconia and our very own Simley Spartans. The Simley Spartans had a Minnesota State High School League. Remind you that the last two events have been split up last year, and that lessons are best in every first player is going to wall. Tonight's game will be contested with the rules and guidelines set forth by the Minnesota State High School League. Simley High School in partnership with Minnesota State High School League. Thank you for showing good sportsmanship. Your officials for tonight's game, as assigned by the Minnesota State High School League, are referees Mike Hansel and Derek Brown, and linesman Travis Kenny. Now let's bring the starters for the visiting Wildcats. In goal, a sophomore, number 1, Scarlett Smith. At defense, the junior, number 26, Kate Kostinska. Her partner, an 8th grader, number 8, Ella Peterson. On the right wing, a freshman, number 7, Sylvia Berger. On the left side, 8th grader, number 22, Caliente. And centering in 8th grade, number 9, Cora Hogan. The Wildcats are coached by head coach Jordan Gates. Now, let's meet the starters for your Simley Spartans. In goal, a junior, number 1, Mackenzie Reese. On defense, a junior, number 4, Amy Buckingham. Her partner, the junior, number 5, Sophia Tessita. On the left side, a senior, number 8, Kennedy Shepherd. Left right wing, a sophomore, number 27, Jory Staples. And centering, a senior, with junior Spartan, Ella Sanders. We would like to say Ella Austin. His partner profiling Alex Chelsea, Tim Belfort, Justin Paul, and head coach Jason Gross. At this time, please ask the right table. Remember, Cat specialists from the River Sleep, facing flying south into the arena, is we are America with a play of our national Ladies and gentlemen,
Right.
looks like the Buckets are ready.
So strap on the buckets, get ready to go. Referees are ready. Wildcats wearing their road black jerseys tonight. Simley Spartans in their home jerseys, periwinkle blue. Classic look. Don't see that color scheme very often. I think it's Bloomington Jefferson Jaguars. Wear them best. Classic look. I believe the Simley Spartans have a 4-3-1 record. Wildcats 2-5. Opponents' face are a little different. See if the Wildcats can just pick up where they left off from last week. Strong effort up and down the lineup. Solid goaltending in that last game from sophomore Scarlett Smith. Number 1, she's taking the net again. Wildcats starting lineup, we're going to have Callie Linsing at wing, Cora Herman at center, Sylvia Berger the opposite wing, Ella Peterson and Kate Kaczynska at D. Herman lines up to take the draw, puck drops. Berger is going to pick up the loose puck. She enters into the zone. Berger pinned on the wall. Linsing has a play on it. Chips that one down to Herman. Herman battling for position. Cycles to the point. Kaczynska with the shot. Low, that one hit a skate. Linsing's battling up front. Herman has it on the wall, looking for support. Number 17 for Simley. This is their top scorer, 11 goals on the season. Shot, blocker, saved by Scarlett Smith. That's the one kid you don't want to give any space to. Wildcats going to ice. Change up their forwards. Have Lucy Ertl at center, Becca Daney and Maddie Lawagi at wings. Ainsley Jelstad and Ara Pena at D. Puck drops, one back by Simley. Simley chipped deep into the Wildcat zone. Puck's behind the Wildcat net. Pena has a touch on it. Loose puck comes to the net front, and Jelstad picks it up. Get some traffic in the corner. Puck worked up the wall and back down into the Waconia end. Pena works in the corner, has Ertl in support. Pena able to escape the pile. She goes behind the Waconia net. Pass to Lawagi. Lawagi plays that one through the neutral zone. It's going to be an ice. Had Daney moving through the neutral zone. Play that one off the wall, but put that right in the middle of the ice. Daney can skate into that one. She has the speed to turn that into a breakaway. Teams line up. Puck drops. One to the wall. Seraphin plays that one ahead. Stays in the play. Chips that one to the neutral zone. Puck's back to Seraphin. Seraphin to Kaczynska. Kaczynska finds Lawagi. Lawagi crosses the blue line, looking middle to Ertl. Lawagi plays that one to the point. That's going to traverse the distance of the ice. Wildcats are going to have to play catch-up. Smith sets that one up for Seraphin. Seraphin puts on the brakes, retreats behind the Waconia net. Pass to Lawagi. That one hits a skate and ends up on the Brockmeyer's stick. Kaczynska catches the loose puck in the Waconia zone. Pass to Seraphin. Seraphin cross ice to Hen. Hen drives wide, lowers the shoulder. Looks for Herman on the wall. Jelstad pinches. Pena had her stick caught up. Chance for the Spartans. Shot saved by Smith. Rebound controlled. Smith squared up. That one played to the back wall. Herman starts to break out on her own. Has Brockmeyer. Puck's just out beyond her reach. Hen is going to beat the icing. Ties up. Waconia on the attack. Puck played off the wall by the Spartans, held in the zone by Pena momentarily. Puck dump looked like that one. No icing on the play. Simley changing up all 5 of their players. That allows the Wildcats to get out of the zone. Linsing had it tied up in front of the Waconia bench. Linsing stays on the attack. Simley enters the zone. Toe drag, backhand shot, rebound was loose. Smith got enough of it. I'll look out for 17 in blue whenever she's on the ice. Shot from below the goal line, wraparound attempt, saved by Smith. And trying to get some pressure off here. Shot, pad save. And in pursuit. Pena steps up in the play, able to get over the blue line. Wildcats are going to get the red line if they can get a dump and a change. Like they're able to change 4. Simley staying on the attack. Hurdle, nice physical play. She was able to get body position. Linsing picks up the puck. Linsing reverses to the wall. Cross-ice pass. That one off Peterson's stick. Berger picks up the loose puck. Drives wide to the point. Kashinska collects the loose rolling puck. Peterson's able to keep that in the zone. She dumps deep. Puck's going to rim around the wall to Kashinska. Simley picks up off the wall and they cleared the zone. That one will roll all the way down onto Smith. Peterson gets to it first. Cuts in the middle. Wildcats opening up, passing lanes. Let's see what we got. Daney's going to pick up a loose puck. Cuts from the outside to the middle. Daney sidesteps the defender. Works below the goal line, has Herman coming in to help. Pass picked off by Lawagi. Bouncing puck cleared. The icing on the Spartans. $12:15 left in the first period. Wildcats looking to establish a presence in this game. Shots on goal in favor of Simley, 6-1. Refs keeping the players honest. Puck drops. Herman won that one to Lawagi. Lawagi escapes in the wall. Works high up the wall. Works back down below the net. Daney picks up a loose puck. That's played to Pena. Pena got a shot on that. That one came off high off the glass and hit the back of the net. Pena holds his own. Spartans able to break it out. They dump. They're going to change up 4 of their skaters. Pena got to it first. Pass up the wall. Look for Daney. Jelstead stopped that one from hitting Smith. Puck hung up on the blue line, but Pena is able to step in and start a rush. Poke check. Hen's going to take an angle. Poke check by Erdl. Simley keeping possession. Wildcats overskating pucks. Poke check by Hen, able to clear the zone. Wildcats got to stay on the attack here. Force those passes just like that. Here we go, ladies. Hen looks to spring Rockmeyer. That one just beyond her reach. The icing on the Wildcats. Wildcats come back with Herman, Lensing, and Berger at forwards. Kashinska and Peterson at deep. Centers tie up. Lensing steps into a loose puck. She chips that one up the wall. Berger's going to get to it. Berger below the goal line. Holds possession. Pass to Lensing. Lensing holds his own. Pinned down the wall by Simley. Kick to Herman. Herman chips that one ahead. On a Simley stick, and here come the Wildcats. Kashinska shot his traffic. Lensing collects a fluttering puck. Puck's loose on the goal line. Herman Herman plays the angle, puck chip to the middle. Kaczynska steps under a loose puck, cuts to the slot. Off Kaczynska's skate to Peterson. Peterson shot hit traffic. Lensing on the forecheck. From 17 for Simley. Driving wide, Peterson pushes her off the play. Shot handled by Smith, played to the corner. Kaczynska looking at options. Mohawk solid finds Berger. Berger looks for the breakout pass to the middle. Peterson steps up into play. Wildcats are going to change. Peterson reverses on the wall, threads a needle on a pass. Danny picks it up. Danny shot just wide of the net. Waggy makes a play on the wall. She's going to draw a penalty. 9:29 left in the first period. Wildcats are going to get a power play. Body checking call on Simley. Time to strike. Shots on goal still in favor of Simley. Wildcats just have the one shot. Wildcat power play have Talon Camrath on the draw with Daney and Waggy at wings. Kaczynska and Herman at D. Running the point. Camrath on the attack, forces the turnover. She has some space. Pass to Herman. Herman walks down low. Pass to Waggy on the goal line. Waggy to Daney. Daney couldn't pull the trigger. Wildcats going to get a chance here. Keeping the pressure on. Kaczynska to Daney. Daney works the blue line. Pass to Herman. Herman walks the wall. Reverses. Pass back to Kaczynska. Kaczynska shot from the point. That one hit traffic. Went to the corner. Puck played up the wall to Herman. Clearing attempt is going to make it over the blue line. Wildcats have to tag up. Minute 12 left on the power play. Here comes Kaczynska. Sets up a shot. Hits another post. I think that's probably like 15 or 20 on the season. Maybe not that many, but it's been a lot. Kaczynska's going to get a lucky break here at some point. Here's a chance for Waconia. Camrath tries to hammer it home. Clearing attempt held in by Kaczynska. Pass cross ice by Daney to Herman. Centering pass through the crease. It's going to make its way all the way to Daney. Daney to Kaczynska. Kaczynska shot from the point. It's traffic. Wildcats still on the puck. Here comes Camrath. Pass to Herman. Herman loads up a shot. Rebound to Daney. 30 seconds left on the power play. Wildcats cycle high to the wall. Cross ice pass to Daney. Daney shoots. Daney hits a post. Camrath pass to Kaczynska. Kaczynska walks down. Pass to Herman. Herman shot. Pad save and goal! Milwaukee picks up the rebound. Man, felt like it was going to come, and it did. Wildcats strike first. Get the scoring going in this game. Striking on the power play. We'll wait for the official call on the goal, but I believe it went Kaczynska to Herman. Herman got the shot off, and Milwaukee put home the rebound. Wildcats coming back with Ertl, Berger, and Lensing. Forwards, Gelstad and Pena at D. Nice play by Gelstad. Stepping up into the opponent's ice, forced that turnover. Simley on the attack. Berger forces a turnover, goes cross ice to Lensing. Lensing steps middle. Puck poke checked away. Wildcats behind the blue line. Offsides, neutral zone faceoff. Quick call out to our sponsors, Mac and Tunes. Thank you for your support. All your holiday grocery shopping needs, make sure to stop by Mac and Tunes. Check out the sweet onion chicken breast. They're pretty good. Here comes Herman. Herman picks up a loose puck. Pass to Peterson. Peterson stick snaps in half. Wildcats shorthanded here. 1-on-2. See what Kaczynska can do. Step to the middle. Shot. Saved by Smith. I'm sorry, Petersons. You guys are going to be making a trip to Shields. One-timer came to Peterson, loads up, and the stick snapped right between her hands. Good recovery by the Wildcats, though. Kaczynska was able to stay in the middle and force that attack to the outside. Smith was able to get a clear look at that shot and made the save. 6:56 left in the first period. A whistle right off the draw. Refs didn't like what they saw. A little do-over. Camrath ties up, won that one to Wagi. Camrath, second effort. Peterson with some new lumber in her hands. Pass to Daney. Daney drives wide on her backhand, lowers his shoulder, cuts middle. Shot just wide of the net. Wagi staying on the attack. Played out of the zone. Kaczynska takes an angle, pushes the attack at the perimeter. Simley keeps possession, cycles to the point. And caught a Waconia player tied up in front of the bench. Peterson passed to Kaczynska to Peterson, picked off. Kaczynska able to get back and support. Pass to Brockmeyer. And forces a turnover. Simley chips up the wall into the neutral zone. 3-on-2 opportunity. Wildcats on the back check. Good poke check by Pena. Loose puck across the net front. Brockmeyer ties up. Pena picks up the loose puck. Breakout pass to Hen. Hen moving through the neutral zone with speed. Driving on her backhand. Pulls up the forehand. Shot! Just high. Rebound to Ertl. Ertl pass to the point to Pena. Errant pass comes out to Jelstad. Jelstad looking at options. Pass up ice picked off by Simley. This puck comes to Pena. Pena enters the zone. Looking to toe drag through. Has Hen. Hen cutting to the net. Bouncing puck. Well, Brockmeyer able to keep the puck in the Simley zone. Wildcats getting the change. Opens up some ice for Simley. Stick by Berger. Simley still on the attack. Puck rings behind the Waconia net. Peterson heads off a blue jersey. Team's fighting for possession. That one is going to come out of the Wildcat zone, and Spartans regroup. This puck comes to Peterson. Peterson look for Linsing. That one got to be a little bit behind her, and it's going to make it way all the way down for an icing. Shots on goal still in favor of the Spartans, 9-6, but that power play kind of evened out those numbers. He's fighting for possession off the draw. Herman battling below the goal line. Kaczynska. That escape move, able to create some separation. Wildcats break out of the zone. Herman pushes middle. Wildcats in a little bit ahead of the play. Herman, Linsing, and Berger, Wildcat forwards. Jelstad and Pena at E. Puck comes out of the scrum to Simley. Simley drives wide. Jelstad gaps up. Berger on the back check. It's cross ice to Linsing. She's going to stay in pursuit. Simley able to take advantage of some loop and hockey. Wildcats need to stop on those loose pucks. Simley in the Waconia end. Shot goes wide of the net. Pena is going to get to it first. Pena up the wall to Berger. Herman looking to force a turnover. Poke checked away by Smith. Berger steps to the middle. Goes cross ice. Crosses the Waconia blue line. Crosses the red line. Wildcats stay on sides, but give up on the attack. That gives the wrong player a free pass out of the zone. Kushinska pushes 17 off the play. They got a little tied up. Peterson gets body position. Nice little saucer pass to Camrath. Pass ahead to Daney. Poke checked away. Kushinska crosses the red line, pushes into the Simley zone. Stays on the forecheck. Camrath and Daney. Here come the Spartans. Peterson takes an angle, able to force the turnover. Rolling puck behind the Waconia net. Anybody's puck. Wildcats looking to corral bouncing pucks here. Loose puck comes up through the slot to Camrath. Camrath crosses the red line. Pushes through traffic. Camrath pulls back on the wall, looking for options. Daney chips that one up on the wall, hits resistance. Daney on the poke check. Plays that one behind the Simley net. Chance for the Wildcats. Keep them hemmed up in their zone. That one's played up the wall. Ertl takes an angle. Pass to the middle. Jelstad. Smart play. Steps into that one. Pass. Daney with a shot. Poke checked away. Daney loads up another one just wide of the net. That one caught a stick. Henn picks up the puck on the wall. Pass to Jelstad. Jelstad snapshot. Bouncing puck. Got to change direction on the ice there. The goaltender had to play that like a shortstop. Ertl, Brockmeyer, and Henn will be your forwards. Peterson and Kushinska at D. Puck drops. Teams battle for possession. Wildcats going to go on the PK here. An interference call. Forward for the Spartans chipped that one around Peterson, and Peterson got a little bit too much of a shoulder on the way through. Minute 12 remaining in the first period. Wildcats will finish up first period shorthanded. Forwards will be Camrath and Daney with Kushinska and Pena at D. Pena tried to force that one up the wall. That one goes to the point. Simley, D-to-D pass. Daney working the poke check. Puck worked around the perimeter, cycles down low. Simley behind the Waconia net. Up the high, step down low, toe drag. Poke checked away by Camrath. She plays that one out of the zone. Waconia stays on the attack and they clear it. Daney's going to race for it. 35 seconds left on the clock. Daney pinned on the back wall. Keep working, draw penalty. Spartans collect, breakout pass. Touch pass through the neutral zone. Camrath back check. And clears. Yeah, they can't score from back there. Camrath taking away some passing lanes. See what Simley decides to do here. I think they're just going to let the time wear off and take a knee on this. End the first period. Wildcats up a goal. Start the second period shorthanded. 48 seconds remaining on the penalty kill. Shots all evened up at 9 apiece. Wildcats up a goal. So keep this momentum going in the second period. We'll come back in a few. All right, back for the second period. Wildcats have 1-goal lead over the Simley Spartans. 48 seconds left on the power play for Simley. Team switch ends. Scarlett Smith takes her spot in net. Looks like we'll have Camrath and Milwaukee be the forwards to start the period. Jelsted and Kaczynska at D. Jelsted's going to step up into the wing position, have the Wildcats covered off the faceoff. Faceoff one back into the Waconia zone. Kaczynska's going to retreat below the goal line, picks it up, works behind the net, chips that one up the wall. That one is going to go all the way to the point to Simley Spartans. They walk the blue line. Working outside on the perimeter. Working east to west. Good stick by Milwaukee. Loose puck. Drifts down into the Simley end. Scissors past the blue line. Simley starts the attack. Back check by Camrath. Spartans below the goal line. Cycle up to the point. Shot from the high slot, wide of the net. Spartans working uncontested around the perimeter. Pass to the point. Shot. Wildcats are full strength, and they're playing like they're on the penalty kill still. Herman chips that one around the defender. Chance for the Wildcats. 3-on-1. Puck plays to the wall. Pass to the slot. Puck's loose. Spartans able to gain possession of the high slot. Wildcat forward just got a little bit ahead of the puck. Nice toe drag. Poke check by Pena. And that one steered away by Smith. Pena pass up ice to Lensing. Lensing, puck poke check. Good skate move on the wall. Puck tied up. Herman steps in to support. Puck chipped down to the goal line. Spartans reverse the play. Breakout pass goes to Pena, and she chips deep into the zone. Spartans breakout. Secondary pass is going to go to Pena. Pena crosses the red line, walks into the zone, loads up a shot, deflected below the goal line. That one hits the back wall. Camrath and Pena trying to battle for possession. Simley's going to win this one. Peterson stepped up to hold the zone. It's played along the back wall by Simley, and that one's going to find its way across the blue line. Wildcats regroup. Spartans picked up a loose puck. Wagi, that one is chipped deep down into the Waconia zone to Peterson. Played off the back wall to Kaczynska. Kaczynska finds Camrath. Camrath pushing through traffic. Poke check, that one crosses the blue line. And back out just as quick as it went. Wildcats dump. Brockmeyer in pursuit has Milwaukee. Puck chipped up the wall by Simley. Pinched by Kaczynska. Spartans play behind their net. Strong pinch by Peterson. She's going to stay in the play. Peterson pass to Ertl. Ertl shot hits a skate. That one careens into the corner. Kaczynska reads the rebound, walks the goal line. Puck poke checked away. Quick change of possessions. Here come the Spartans. Poke check by Kaczynska. Spartans still able to keep possession. Kaczynska looks for Brockmeyer. Brockmeyer fighting for possession on the wall. Has Kaczynska stepping in to help. Kaczynska walks up along the net. Wildcats are on a rush. Kaczynska puck protects. Dishes it off to Hen. Played up the wall, and that clears the zone. Jelsted gets a stick on it. Jelsted catching the Spartans on a change. Loads up a shot, fluttered the puck, and that one, deflected. Caught the defender's stick and fluttered in on the goaltender. Glove save. 12:41 left in the second period. Herman, Berger, and Lensing at forwards. Seraphin and Jelstead at D. Wildcats hanging on to that one-goal lead. Goal came from Milwaukee on a power play. That one's played up the wall, and Seraphin heads it off. Clears the zone by the Spartans. Jelstead. Regroup pass to Berger with a couple skates. Herman picks up the loose puck. Cycle back to Seraphin. Berger stays on the attack. Good poke check. Puck's going to go deep into Simley end. Herman on the attack. Lensing cross-ice pass to Berger. Herman ties up below the goal line. That one's thrown up the wall. Jelstad's going to pinch. Smart play, holds his zone. Herman picks up the puck in the corner. Pass off the wall to Jelstead. Jelstead shot. Caught a stick. Loose puck to Lensing. That one played up the wall to Seraphin. Puck clears the zone. Seraphin picks up the puck. He's away from traffic. Goes up the seam. Loose puck goes to a Simley stick. And played ahead to Jelstead. Jelstead's going to have to hurry. A chance for the Spartans. Jelstead, good play, getting body position. Seraphin locked up in a battle. Cam ref comes in to help. Breakout pass to Lensing, loose puck in the high slot. Jelstead able to collect, pass ahead for Wagi. That one's shipped heading off of a Simley stick and going to roll below the goal line. Puck deflects and it's going to make its way all the way down to the Waconia end. Krashenska plays that one along the wall to Peterson. Peterson has some space. Peterson sidesteps an opponent. Walks into the offensive zone. Versus to the wall, plays in the middle to Camref. Hit traffic. Peterson stays on it. Below the Simley goal line, saucer pass. Look for Daney there. Shot. Milwaukee got a piece of it. The Simley goaltender right in the breadbasket. Stoppage here. 10:31 left in the second period. Lucy Ertl lining up to take a draw. Right in the battle. That one played up the wall. 2-on-1 opportunity. Puck rolls down to Krashenska. Krashenska pass up the wall to Hen. Nifty stick handling on the wall by the Simley forward. Drive wide, poke check by Krashenska. Breakmeyer looking to take an angle. Wildcats tying up on the wall. Spartans still able to keep possession. Puck picked off by Peterson, moves it ahead to Brockmeyer. Brockmeyer chips ahead in the zone. Puck's going to travel up the wall to Jelstead. And Spartans able to get a cross-ice pass and escape the zone. Pena ties up, negates that rush. Loose puck's going to go all the way down to Smith. Jelstead pass to Lensing. Lensing to Ertl. Wildcats clean out of the zone. Here comes Lucy Ertl. Shot, pad save, played to the corner. Lensing battling for possession. Hen steps into support. Spartans kick that one ahead to one of their players. Puck clears the zone. Herman regroup to Pena. This puck's going to come to Jelstead. Jelstead touch pass to Berger. Berger cuts to the middle. Wildcats in offsides. A little move at the blue line. All it takes. A good puck movement by the Wildcats. Nice clean zone exit. Face off won by Herman. Back to Jelstead. Jelstead dumps. Pena steps up in the play. Plays that one off of the red line marker. Loose puck into the Waconia zone. Jelstad escapes away from pressure. Pass finds Berger. Berger pushes through an opponent, drives on her backhand. Back check. Disrupts that play, but Herman picks up the loose puck. Herman looking for help. Berger steps in. Berger on her backhand. Lensing shot. And a goal! 5-0! Right off of the back wall. Berger threads a backhand pass to Lensing. Lensing was all alone. Pulled the trigger quick. Went 5-0, and Wildcats jump ahead. 2-0. Call on the goal. Lensing from Berger. 8:16 left in the second. Shinska and Peterson playing a little bit of catch, running out of space. Daney steps into support. Daney turning on the Jets through the neutral zone. Chips that one around the defender. Wins the race below the goal line. Sets up behind the net. Pass to the slot to Kamrat's shot. Rebound. Milwaukee backhand to goal. Let's open up the floodgates. Here we go, ladies. Wildcats strike quick. Get their third one of the night. Daney picked up a loose puck in the Wildcat end and let her rush into the Simley zone and got a pass, I believe, to Kamrath. Kamrath took the initial shot. Rebound went to Milwaukee, and she backhand shelved that one. The second goal of the night for Milwaukee. Wildcats jump ahead 3-0. Kashinska on the rush. Mohawks off. Pass back to Kamrath. Spring pass ahead. Kashinska got a piece of that one. Shot saved by Smith. I think a 6 should be credited on that one to Daney and Kamrath. Second goal of the night for Milwaukee. See if we can get the Hattie here. Face off won by the Spartans. Seraphin pushes through the play. Seraphin dumps. Stays in the attack. That one's going to get to Brockmeyer first. Brockmeyer. Puck played off the wall. Simley picks it up. Simley starts the rush. Back check by Hen. And able to clear the zone. Simley in offsides. Cycle D to D. Hen's going to stay in the attack. That one played into the Wildcat zone to Seraphin. Jelstad backhand pass to Brockmeyer. Brockmeyer finds Hen. Puck poke checked away. Spartans clear the enter the Wildcat zone. Cleared and the Spartans dump. Smith's going to get a touch on that, set it up for Seraphin. Seraphin pass off the wall, met at the blue line by the Simley Spartans. Spartan shot wide. Berger's going to hustle, get to the puck first. Berger working behind the Waconia nets. Caught up, centering pass is going to be held in. That one almost came out of the zone. Played deep behind the Waconia net. Ertl pass to Berger. Berger centering pass. That one at least got out of the Waconia zone. Jelstad cross-ice pass to Berger. Puck gets poke checked away back into Waconia. Pass by Jelstad to Herman. Poke checked away back into Waconia. D cycle, regrouped by the Spartans. Seraphin met that one at the red line. She dumps. It's passing the 5-minute and 30-second mark here in the second period. Spartans regroup behind their net, bring that one up the wall, met by Kashinska. The referee might have caught a piece of that one. Spartans are going to ice. Rolling puck, going to be a race. No icing, says the lead referee. Shinska ties up. Puck still loose. Herman picks it up. Lensing fighting through a body check. Herman picks it up off the wall, past Wagi. Wagi, little cutback, finds Herman. Herman pulls up at the blue line. Peterson retrieves. Pass to Kashinska. Kashinska back cross ice to Herman. Herman one-on-one. Puck checked away. Referee's pointing at the Simley bench. Going to be a penalty on the Spartans. To a slashing call. Wildcats going to go on the power play. 4:30 left in the second. Keep that power play mojo going. See if they can set up Wagi, get her third of the night. Taylor Kamarath on the draw, wins that one back to Herman. Herman to Kashinska, back to Herman. Herman looking for some open ice. Pass back to Kashinska. Kashinska finds Daney. Daney steps middle. Pass intercepted and chipped ahead. Here comes Kashinska. Smith is going to play that one to Herman. Herman sidesteps a opponent, plays that one up to Kamrath. Kamrath pass to Daney. Daney steps to the middle, shot top of the circles. That one hits traffic. Flex over the net. Herman has it, steps around a New Jersey, works down to Lawagi. Lawagi back to Herman. Herman to Daney. Daney loads up a shot high off the glass. They caught the block. Rebound came to Herman. She walks down to the top of the circle. Shot tipped by Kamrath, just wide of the net. Lawagi ties up on the back wall. 1 minute remaining on the power play. Spartans able to clear. Wildcats changing up. See what Kashinska can do. Back against the grain to Kamrath. Kamrath enters the Spartan zone, cuts to the middle. Shot hits traffic. Daney able to collect that one behind her back, hold the zone. Kashinska keeps it on the blue line. Wildcats set up. Shot by Kamrath. Herman hits traffic. Hope check by Kashinska. Spinning shot. Rebound cleared away by Herman. Wildcats with 15 seconds left in the power play. Here comes Daney. Daney cuts middle. Puck checked away. Lawagi pass to Ertl. Ertl, puck spins off her tape. Backhand spinning shot. That one hit the side of the net. Ertl staying in the play. Second attempt. Shot on the short side. Great play by Lucy Ertl. Gets a couple shots. Gets possession. Jelstad to Peterson. Shot. Rebound. Comes to Berger. Berger back to Jelstad. Jelstad shot hits traffic. Chance for the Spartans here to see what Peterson can do. A chance, shot, and glove high, just over the shoulder. Nice play by the Spartan forward. With both teams even strength, but they were able to drive the net and go from backhand to forehand. Quick transition. They get on the board. Wildcats up 3-1 still. 2 minutes and 4 seconds remaining in the second. Kamrath, Lawagi, and Daney back up as forwards. Pena and Kashinska deep. Face off won by Kamrath, back to Pena. Pena drops it off for Kashinska. Kashinska, puck hits traffic. Defender falls down. Daney takes advantage. That's Kamrath. Daney shot, glove high goal. Just a beauty. Looked like she got the goaltender moving from left to right, opened up the top corner, and Wildcats back to that 3-goal lead. That was a sweet goal. Back to that 3-goal lead. 3 goals, feel comfortable. Let's keep on extending it. Here come the Spartans. Net drive and physical play by the Wildcats. Here they come, 3-on-1 opportunity. Milwaukee shot. That one, she was looking glove high, and that one may have caught a piece of the glove and up into the netting. Wildcats change up their line. Have Herman center with Lensing and Berger at wings, Jelstad and Peterson at D. Herman wins the draw. Puck back to Peterson. Bouncing puck to Herman. Spinning shot. Hits the side of the net. Spartans able to exit the zone with speed. Peterson ties up on the wall. Herman picks up the loose puck. Cross ice pass to Lensing. Lensing works into her backhand. Escapes the wall. Here come the Wildcat defense. Finds Peterson. Peterson from the high slot. Shot. Glove save. Just past the 1 minute mark remaining in the second. Wildcat defense jumping up in the play tonight. And confident. Need to be past Jelstad. One-timer chance by shot by Herman. That one got in the slot. I think Lensing got a piece of it. Spartan shot hit Jelstad. Loose puck in front of Smith. Smith covers. Like a traffic jam moving in on Smith there, but she was able to see it the whole way and get the glove on it. Cover up. Wildcats will change up their forwards. D. Camrath line coming back on ice. 38 seconds remaining in the second. Draw won by Camrath. Jelstad tied up in the corner. Centering pass, that one hit Kaczynska's shins. Kaczynska battle on the wall. Wildcats need to come in and help. Daney picks that one out of traffic. Played off the glass. That one's going to make it down for ice. 11 seconds remaining in the period. Puck drops. Centers tie up. Chance for the Spartans. Backhand shot just wide of the net. Daney has it on the wall. That one is going to stay on the wall. Do it for the second period. Wildcats with a 3-goal lead. Up 4-1 over the Simley Spartans in Inver Grove. All right, we'll take a break. Intermission. We'll come back for the third period and finish this one up. All right, welcome back, everybody, for the third period. Wildcats got a 3-goal lead over the Simley Spartans to start the period. The second period, goals came by courtesy of Milwaukee getting her second on the night. A goal from Callie Lensing and a goal from Becca Daney as well. Extending the Wildcat lead, Spartans were able to get 1 goal in the second period. Shots on goal in favor of the Wildcats, 18-14. I feel like we just keep the pedal to the metal and finish this game up like we did the first couple periods. No reason to hold back and nurse the lead. Just keep on playing aggressive. Wildcats lining up for the draw. We'll have Herman at center, Sylvia Berger at wing, Callie Linsing at wing opposite. Ella Peterson and Kate Kaczynska at D. Puck drops. Face off back to Kaczynska. Kaczynska to Peterson. Peterson finds Herman. Herman enters the Simley zone, reverses back to Peterson. Peterson cross ice to Kaczynska. Had a pursuer, played that one on the wall to Lensing. Lensing fighting through a check. Pass by Herman to Peterson, picked off. Herman's going to stay on the back check. That one is dumped by the Spartans deep into the Waconia end. Puck battle on the wall, played behind the Waconia net. Peterson has that one pinned on the wall, has Berger in support. Herman waiting in the wings. That one's played to Berger. Centering attempt picked off by Peterson. Chance for the Spartans, just wide of the net. Spartans have it below the Waconia goal line. Shot misses the mark, but Spartans keep possession. Peterson giving chase. Pushing the attack to the outside. Herman's going to have to step in. Herman, nice physical play. Lensing to Berger. Poke checked away. Wildcats on the back check. Pena got a stick on that one. Camerath able to clear the Waconia zone. Spartans have to tag up, they dump. Pena behind the Waconia net, reverses to Jelstad. Jelstad looked for Lensing. Lensing was going for a change, but there was a touch, no ice on the play. Camerath's going to be first on the forecheck. Wagi takes an angle, forces the turnover. Wagi plays that one to Camerath. Camerath lets that one go to the corner, reverses back to Daney. Puck played behind the Simley net. Wagi takes an angle, puck comes to Pena, she holds his own. Plays by good handles by Daney there, pulling that one off the wall. Jelstad pass to Pena. Pena, that one hits traffic, but chips off the stick into the zone. Wagi picks it up. Held in by Kaczynska. Pinch by Peterson. Spartans able to exit the zone. Ertl pushes back up the wall. Pass can't connect for the Spartans, and it's going to go down to the Waconia end. Peterson retrieves. Pass off the wall to Kaczynska. Kaczynska exit the zone with speed. Pushing through the neutral zone. Hen stays on sides. Kaczynska, stick got tied up there. She's still going to keep possession. Kaczynska pass to Brockmeyer. Brockmeyer sizes one up, bouncing puck to the high slot. Kaczynska pinches. That one's going to go down in the corner onto a Spartan stick. Played along the wall. Puck rims up the wall. Spartans exit the zone. Back check by Herman, and Pena stepping up into play as well. Pena retrieves. Works behind the Waconia net. Leaves that one for Kaczynska. Kaczynska to Hen. Hen ships ahead out of the zone. Herman gives chase. deflected by the Spartans into the Waconia zone. Berger battling on the wall. Pena trying to push the attack to the outside. Centering pass, shot, saved by Smith. Looks like that 17 can puck protect as good as any of them. Able to hold the Wildcats, push them off the puck, and able to find some passing lanes. I'm guessing the kid can shoot too, so Wildcats are doing the right thing. Play her physical. Jelstad, strong play in the corner. That one is played up to Herman. She loses an edge. Puck played down to Smith. Handles that one to Seraphin. Seraphin looks behind her net, moves through the seam. Lensing enters the zone. Lensing drives wide. Puck poke checked away. Lensing plays that one to Herman. Herman looked cross ice to Berger. That one hits some traffic. Jelstad gaps up. Jelstad on the poke check. Good tie up. Herman picked up the loose puck. Pass to Berger. Couldn't connect, but puck is back on poor Herman's tape. She moves through the neutral zone. Good enough puck. Referee has to get out of the way. Shinska pinches. Wildcats going for a change. They're going to have to get on the ice. Puck's played ahead by the Spartans. Peterson was fresh on the ice, came back to take an angle. Spartans had a 3-on-1, but they elected for the chip. Wildcats will take it. Here comes Lawagi. Crosses the red line. Turns back. Backhand pass to the slot. Daney's on the attack. Staying in pursuit. Picks up the puck on her backhand. Finds Kaczynska. Kaczynska steps to the middle. Shot hits traffic. Backhand shovel up the wall by the Spartans, and Wildcats regroup. Touch pass by Camrath to Lawagi. This puck comes to Daney. Daney, snap shot wide. Kaczynska's going to pinch. Spartans clear his own. Wildcats turning this into a half-ice game. Peterson has to come back for it. Smith gets a stick on that one. Played it to Kaczynska. Kaczynska to Peterson. Camrath stays on the attack. Swipes at that one. Puck's going to slide in onto Simley goaltender. 10:26 remaining in the third period. Wildcats will come back with forwards Ertl, Brockmeyer, and Henn. Jelstad and Pena at deep. Puck drops, played to the wall. Brockmeyer got a stick on that one, but the Spartans able to get possession back. Chip high up and up over the glass. Delay a game penalty. Delay a game penalty in the AHL, but not at the high school level. Just an offensive zone faceoff. Puck one to the wall. Brockmeyer ties up. Ertl steps into support. Henn steps down into play. Henn on the back check. Gets a stick on that one. Staying in pursuit. Jelstad heads off the attack as well. Jelstad pushing through. Looking to get body position, force that turnover. Puck steered away by Pena to Henn. Brooklyn Henn driving up the wall. Henn tied up. Draws a hooking penalty. Wildcats heading to the power play. 9:37 remaining in the third period. A smart move by Brooklyn Henn. Moving up the boards. Full head of steam, kept her feet moving. But the Simley back checker got a little bit too much of the stick up around the hands. Wildcats are going to power play. Camrath wins the draw back to Herman. Herman to Kaczynska. Kaczynska to Daney. Danny pulls up on the wall. Back to Kaczynska. Kaczynska shot. That one caught Camera. Herman backhand pass to Kaczynska. Kaczynska back to Herman. Wagi steps in to help. Herman back to Kaczynska. Kaczynska finds Danny on the wall. Pass from Danny to Camera. Little tip in on net. Goaltender covers. 1 minute and 33 seconds remaining on the power play. Centers tie up. Camerath able to chip that one below the goal line. See if the Wildcats can set up on the power play. Pass up the wall to Herman. Herman to Lawagi. Lawagi has Daney. Pass, threading the needle. Shot and a save. Oh, that one was pretty. Loose puck to Herman. Herman pass cross ice. That pulls Kaczynska out of the zone. Wildcats regroup. Kaczynska finds Daney. Daney shot from the high slot. Caught a stick, and that one's in the netting. Minute and 1 second remaining on the power play. Wildcats staying with the first power play unit. Wagi steps in off the tie-up. Finds Kaczynska. Kaczynska to Daney. Back to Kaczynska. Herman walks in. Shot. Got a blue jersey, and that'll be held in by Kaczynska. Smart play. Keeps possession. Patience with the puck. Rolling puck to Kaczynska. That one hit a stick and up in the netting again. 8:12 remaining in the third period. 36 seconds remaining on the power play. Take a look at our second power play unit. Lucy Ertl at center, Sylvia Berger and Callie Lensing at wings with Simley Jelstead and Ella Peterson at D. Whose puck comes out to Jelstead. Jelstead walks middle, shot, pad save, going to go to the corner. Picked up by Lensing. Lensing snaps that one to the point. Pass down low, back to Lensing. Centering pass. Peterson, shot, glove save. Now Wildcats working low to high. Puck possession and puck movement on the power plays look really good tonight. Wildcats win another draw. Little got that one back to Peterson. Peterson from her knees hops back up, keeps possession. Little saucer pass to Jelstead. Jelstead pass back to Berger. Berger looks for Jelstead. That one comes out of the zone. Spartans are full strength. Getting the attacker out of the penalty box. They're on the attack. Spartans drive behind the Waconia net. For the puck high, shot wide of the net. Ertl gets to it first, pinned on the wall. Puck careens off of a couple sets of skates. Breakout pass by Berger, finds Lensing. Lensing drives in the zone on her backhand, meets resistance. Simley quick on the transition. Lensing comes back to collect the loose puck. Finds Berger on the breakout pass. Berger looks for Ertl. That one was a little bit out ahead of her. Bouncing puck in front of the Waconia bench. Come back to Pena. Pena retreats behind the Waconia net. Reverses to Kaczynska. Kaczynska with backhand saucer to Daney. Daney exits the zone. Drives wide. As Camrath shot. Short angle. To go glove high. That one, goalie just caught enough of it. Maybe caught a little piece of the air, and here comes Camera. Loads up a shot, glove save, rebounds loose. And cover. Wildcats up 4-1. Late in the third period, 6:16 remaining in regulation. Forwards stay the same, defense change up. Looks like we'll have Jelstead and Seraphin. Puck comes back to Jelstead. Jelstead finds Lawagi. Lawagi to Camrath. Camrath kicks to her back end. Pass to Daney. Daney works below the goal line to Camrath. Camrath spins off the defender, cuts to the middle, loads in the shot. Shot went low, that's to the corner. Camrath for Lawagi. That one comes up to Jelstad. Jelstad finds chance for Daney. Backhand to forehand. Nice play by Lawagi. She caught that pass from either Jelstad or Camrath, and she looked for Daney. Forwards change up now. We'll have Ertl taking the draw with Brockmeyer and Henn at wings. That's played back to Jelstad. She chips down to the corner. Brooke and Henn working out of the corner. Finds Brockmeyer. Brockmeyer off the wall to Jelstad. Jelstad and Brockmeyer change spaces. Tip just wide of the net. Seraphin pinches. Shot on net, and that one's blocked into the corner. Ertl battling. She gets tied up. Loose puck comes to Henn. Henn, quick snapshot. Just misses the mark. Wildcats staying on the attack. It's about to cross the 5-minute mark. That one's chipped high into the rafters and into the Wildcat end. He's going to come back in to help the D. It's a good angle. Puck caught up in her skates. Seraphin playing physical. Seraphin and Ertl. That one for possession. That one goes behind the Waconia net. Centering pass. That one blocked by Jelstad. Puck picked up off the wall by Simley. Seraphin's going to clear. Henn's in pursuit. Henn forces a turnover, comes back, forces another turnover. This puck came to Seraphin. Seraphin finds Lensing. Lensing keeps the attack going. Kaczynska has it. Kaczynska, snapshot, hits traffic. Kaczynska, second attempt, shot. Stick save. Rebound comes to Herman. Herman back to Lensing. Lensing caught a trip. Late in the game, refs let them play on. Lensing and Herman collide. Peterson on the back check, caught a skate on that one. Herman stays on the attack, loose puck to Peterson. Peterson, break out to Lensing. Lensing moves through the neutral zone, chips ahead. Plays that one to the corner. Berger's going to step into support. Berger ties up. Simley able to keep possession. This puck comes to Kaczynska. Kaczynska, she works into the zone. Looking for options. Escape to the wall. Loose puck is going to come out into the neutral zone. Wildcats have to retrieve. Camrath, pass up ice to Daney. Daney steps middle. Daney crosses the red line, cuts middle. Toe drag through some traffic. It's that one below the goal line. Wagi picked up the puck momentarily on the wall. Camrath pass to Daney, one-timer attempt, just wide. Wagi backhand pass to Peterson. Peterson shot. Hit the defender for the Spartans and threw that one to the wall. Spartans retreat back into their zone. Draws the Wildcats in. Through the neutral zone and the Wildcat end. Kaczynska's going to escape behind the net. Pulls back. Puck's played into the corner to Lawagi. Camrath on the loose puck. She has Daney on her wing. Camrath's going to dump. That one's going to end up on net. Goalie covers. Minute 54 remaining in regulation. Get our forwards changed up. The Ertl line with Henn and Brockmeyer at wings. Jelstad and Taney at D. Simley on the draw. Played behind their net. Brockmeyer on the forecheck. This puck comes to Ertl, and that one is kept in by Pena. Simley work behind their net, breakout pass. Shipped out of the zone, and Pena collects. Pena has it again, sidesteps a forechecker. Some resistance, but she has Ertl stepping in to help. Pena, cross-ice pass. That one caught too much of a blue jersey and shot on net, saved by Scarlett Smith. Shot attempt, block, was wide of the net. Wildcats gain possession. Owen's going to make it over the blue line. Announcer signals 1 minute remaining in regulation. Jelstead was able to head that one off in the Waconia zone, chip ahead in the neutral zone to Herman. Played back into the Waconia zone. Passed by Jelstead to Berger. Berger's got to get on sides. That one is still offsides. Herman on the back check. Kaczynska to Berger. Berger cuts to the middle. Berger enters his own speed. Shot is wide. Linson stays on the attack. Herman pass off the wall to Peterson. Peterson looked down low. Here come the Spartans. Kaczynska, nice strong play. That'll be a penalty on the Wildcats. Might as well call it now with 5 seconds left. I don't know. Ella Peterson and Kate Kaczynska closed down that hole. It looked like a couple linebackers just stopping a run. The hole was there, and then it wasn't. .7 seconds remaining on the clock. Wildcats gonna leave Inver Grove with a win on this one. This is the game they needed. 4-1 over the Simley Spartans. Shots on goal, final 29 for the Wildcats to 18 for the Simley Spartans. So string a couple of these ones together, ladies. Great game. The Wildcats will head through the handshake line and keep the microphone on for the stick tap. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. We'll be back on Thursday night for a home game for the Wildcats. I believe they're taking on Mankato West. Mankato West. Mankato West and East. I had a 50-50 chance, and I got it right. So we'll see you guys Thursday night. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in, and have a great night.